It seems like Wings of Redemption has once again spoiled another IRL podcast trip. But this one was bad. I haven't really kept up with the whole Lolcow live stuff that much recently, but I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw a post from Drama Alert that just absolutely blew my mind.
Stop! What's the point, man? Hey! That's your fucking wife now. Go calm down. That's your wife, man.
No, that was not Monday Night Raw. That was Wings of Redemption slamming his wife into a table in a fit of rage. Now, I had no idea of the context of this or if it was even real, as Lolcow Live has a bit of a stereotype for being scripted. But from what I was able to find, it does seem like this actually is legit. Ironically, it was started over a disagreement from Keemstar scripting content. It also seems like Wings and Keem got into an actual fight as well, so we're going to take a look over both of these situations. So, Lolcow Live has a spin-off show called Lolcow Queens that is run by a kid behind a camera from Angry Grandpa and features this lady Becky. Now, she's just been completely crashing out over the last few weeks, and Keem made the choice to uninvite her from the fat camp he'd been putting together.
And everything was good, but it still wasn't, cause she's a fucking psycho.
As Fat Camp went ahead, surprise surprise, Keem let her come anyway. He decided to script a moment where Becky would show up and crash the stream, and they would all act surprised and get angry.
How did you get in through the gate?
How the fuck did you get here, period, you big
Yeah,
bitch?
who let you in?
I waited by the gate.
Who let you in?
Bro.
Oh, her ass is bigger in
shaking.
person.
Fuck this.
Holy shit, her ass is bigger. What, she got sit beside me?
Oscar-worthy performances right there, if I do say so myself. Wings of Redemption was not willing to go along with the script and content, and a couple of days later, him and Keem would get into a huge argument over him faking content.
The script, it sucks. Why didn't you just be real?
It
She's a
was
psychopath.
just better to act like her walking in the room was a surprise, right? Which her coming technically was a surprise, right? Here's the thing. Some real thing happens, right? And then we take that real thing and just make it a little bit more entertaining, right? For a surprise factor.
Celtics in 7 super
You
chatted
don't have to
$20.
out it.
Wings, this is why you are useless.
Keem ends up walking off, and Wings just sits there and starts going absolutely in on Keem, calling him a drama grifter and a liar.
Secret. Let me tell you a secret. Keemstar called a grift. He called a grift with Drama Alert. Drama's the easiest shit to do in the whole fucking world. I said this on PKA. You can go back and find film when Drama fire him off because Drama takes off because people want to see people fight in the fucking street. If you point a camera at it, people will look at it. Views and all that doesn't matter. If that's the case, I have FPS Rush under my belt. FPS Russia. How many millions of views is that guy? No. I want to put this out. I'll probably forget it. Let's look at it this way. I told Keem on day one we should pre-record everything and put it into the episodes. He sees Mike do it today. He's like, that's amazing.
Mauricio Alvarez Leon super chatted $20. Well, Keemstar lied. He lied too many times. He said Becky came unplanned.
Boogie.
But Wings came in and
melting down right now.
Wings said the truth. And the reason we can trust him over Boogie and Keem. Wings don't crash out.
I'm not crashing out. I just, like, even when we picked this place, my first comment was the ceilings are too high. There's going to be bad echoes. It's in the middle of a field. There's going to be no internet.
At one point, his wife Kelly comes over and tries to calm him down and politely tell him that he's crashing out, but Wings just isn't hearing it and keeps going off about Keemstar, saying he'd done a bad job putting the fat camp together.
You're crashing out.
I'm not crashing out. I'm just telling the truth. He makes more good ideas than bad ideas, but he makes some bad ideas, and you guys just overlook that.
Look, I don't mean. What's some bad ideas?
This place, for example.
This place is bad. Well,
and Keem was right there. He could tell me. I told him not to pick this place.
I personally picked out 5 better places, but it's
where we
ended up.
The best place that he wanted, you guys complained about because it was on the beach. And
I picked way nicer.
The place on the beach, I told him not to go to too, because what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Just walk in the sand every day?
Well, what are we doing? You know, it's better stuff inside anyway. And that place was a mansion.
I mean, I picked like 5 better places, but
Keem came back and the argument continued, and things really started to get heated.
Morning was amazing.
Here we are. Dude, how many times has Wings done this where I need to be running shit? Then we let him run it?
You never let me run shit.
Listen to Wings. He owns 25% of a modular home. All Keem owns is a YouTube empire and millions of dollars.
Let me tell you one of Keem's great ideas for the shows. Wings, you're faster than a football player. Go with it.
Stop crashing out.
You are crashing out. You 100% are. 100%. You expose my scripted entrance of Becky, and now everything's fake. You don't see how that doesn't hurt our brand?
You don't see how lying hurts the brand too? Because you could.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You're not. If you're not going to accept any responsibility for that, that's insane, bro.
I mean, like,
I'm not accepting the responsibilities. I'm the 4th person in line to say it on stream.
Jordan, make it clear. I'm not throwing you under the bus, but what I will say is I grew up on WWE wrestling. I like showmanship. What we're describing right now is a little bit of showmanship.
Showmanship. It was a great way to bring her in. What are we going to do? Start the camera? Oh, I guess you guys are wondering why Becky's here. Well, you know.
Sometimes there's a little bit of showmanship in what we do. Sometimes we don't give it to you 100% correct. Sometimes we tweak it a little bit, but it's always based in reality.
If you think that we're gonna step away from this and you think like, oh yeah, I made a mistake, or Boogie's gonna be like, oh, Boogie made a mistake, or anyone here, no. I mean, you can agree with them all day.
I mean, look, I watch reality
We're not
TV.
gonna think you're right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you think I'm right or not. I'm morally right.
Well,
no, you're not.
I watch reality. I watch reality.
See, you're looking at it like Vince McMahon is setting up an interest for something. I'm looking at it, you're just making a lie up to make yourself look stronger.
Now, Wings and Keem have gone at each other like this before, and there have been some pretty big crash outs from them both. But there's always a Discord call separating them. This time, with tensions getting so high at an in-person event, there was no stopping Wings from making things physical. And he is known to be a very volatile person. He even threatened to kill someone at Fat Camp like 2 weeks earlier.
And then at some point in that, you threaten to murder people.
One person.
Maybe they're being nice so you don't shoot them like you threatened to do to John.
Your mind is not in a good place.
Wings is not in the right state of mind. Everyone's seen it.
During the argument, Keem said to Wings that he was sabotaging the brand, and this made him snap.
Here's a mistake that you made.
What's that?
You think I'm gonna forgive you for this.
I don't give a fuck.
You say that. I promise you will.
Pushing on the back.
What's the plan here? That's fucked.
I don't know. So he's just sabotage the brand, sabotage.
I'm not sabotaging the brand for a lie that you fucking made.
Yeah.
I'm not sabotaging
yeah,
the brand.
you are.
You creating a lie sabotaging the brand.
And you're even calling it a lie. You know?
It's a fucking lie.
You're even calling it a lie.
What part of it is not a fucking lie?
You're calling it a fucking lie.
What part of it's not a fucking lie? Tell me which part of it.
It's not a lie.
Look right there.
It's a setup.
In an instance, Wings is trying to square up with Keem, aggressively shoving him, and a big scruffle breaks out between the two. I'm going to play the clip in full, and then I'm going to slow it down for a fine analysis.
Setup. It's a fucking lie.
And why are you getting loud in my face?
Because I fucking can.
Dude, are you fucking... Are you fucking serious? You better stop. You better stop. You better stop.
So, we see Wings approaching very aggressively, and Keem quickly stands to attention, questioning Wings' hostile approach. Wings chest bumps into Keem, and then gives him a big old shove. Keem then runs back at him, grabbing him by the neck. But oh, Wings responds by clutching his big sausage fingers around Keem's face and giving it a good squeeze. Their hands then become interlocked, and we can see a good scruffle start to take place. The camera then switches, but oh, what's this? It appears during the transition, Wings has torn Keemstar's hat off his head, exposing the very rarely seen bald Keemstar. Keem sustained a pretty bad scratch to the neck during the fight, but aside from that, no further harm was done. Apart from the hat, of course. Wings was removed to another area of the Fat Camp to try and calm down. And Keem tried to continue the show, but he was pissed, and the entire Fat Camp was just in jeopardy of ending.
What do you want to fight about?
I'm ready to shut it all down. It's out of control. It's literally out of control.
Sunday off wouldn't hurt. A day off to let people breathe.
I think I just might end Fat Camp. I'm not joking.
Well, I'd rather we didn't do that.
Hey, people
I'm here
can't
to
listen.
work. I'm here to
People
entertain.
cannot listen to the most. Guys, if you're talking over there, it can be picked up on this mic. They can't even listen to that. They can't even listen to that. You know, how many times have I said, hey, if you're in the background, shut your fucking mouth? You know, it's frustrating. Literally, no one is
CMS superjetted.
Keem went to go and talk to Wings, apparently telling him that he had to leave, and Wings just completely refused.
I told him, you need to either go, I ain't going, da-da-da. Then Roxy and fucking Becky need to go. I go, maybe you're right. I go, but you need to go. He's like, oh, no, I can be here if I want to. I go, well, this is right under my name.
That's fair.
You know?
I mean, just
so I said, at least go to your cabin. I don't have to listen to
Waffles
anything.
superjetted $20. W Wing. L Keen.
Keem was trying to chill out and listen to some super chats when all of a sudden a commotion could be heard in the distance.
Nuggets really killed it on this one.
The camera pans and it was Wings full on rhino sprinting at full capacity towards Keem, ready to go for round 2, with his poor wife Kelly trying to restrain him and pleading with him to stop. Kelly got in front of him to try and hold him back, but Wings was just seeing red, and he smacked her down into the table.
That's your fucking wife now.
Yeah, that's right. Wings of Redemption slammed his wife into a table while in a violent rage over Keemstar scripting drama. It's honestly hard to believe that anyone would do this, let alone Wings. He's done some fucked up stuff in the past, but something like this is just something I'd never see coming from him. And it just puts him at a completely new low that I didn't even think was possible. Kelly's in her 40s and I believe had a weight loss surgery recently that she did have some complications with. I don't know the exact details, so I won't speak too much on it, but I will say she's not in the peak of health, so something like this is really dangerous for her, and he's lucky that she was okay. Now, Wing starts to come to the realization that he's fucked, as his poor wife stumbles up off the floor next to him, and everyone just screaming. He stands there, glaring around.
Calm down. That's your wife they're hurting now. Calm down. Calm down.
Get the fuck away from her! Get the fuck away from her! Why are you watching? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Go calm down. Go calm down.
That's your fucking wife!
Why are you lying about me?
What's the lie? Sometimes you lash out when you feel like you made a mistake or other people Don't worry about me. Worry about your wife. Worry about your wife right now.
That's your fucking wife! Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Meister Dust superjetted $20.
That's your wife.
Former makeup artist to do a better job on the fake injury. By the way, this is a W storyline. Whoever cooked this script up is killing it. This script sucks.
Now, Kelly just tried to cover for him here and said that she was just tripped. But we all know what we saw. Wings, clearly breaking down in tears off camera, takes one last dig at Keemstar and storms off.
Here's the fact I want to say. It's Keem's inability to ever look bad and always wanting to lie that created this incident. That's it.
I disagree, but love you guys. Love you, Jordy. You guys will be all right.
Keem returns and tried to continue the stream, but things were pretty awkward after that.
Jesus. All the girls are crying in the house.
The rest of this stream is like 11 hours long, and nothing else really happens apart from this random boogie freak out over his liar tattoo.
I'm just gonna pick it off my face again, you dumb motherfucker! I'm just gonna pick it off my face again, you dumb motherfucker! I'm just gonna pick it off my face again!
99 cents.
I didn't want it there to begin with, that's why I ripped the fucking flesh off my fucking face! I'm gonna fucking rip it off again! I'm gonna rip it off again! I'm gonna rip it off again! I'm gonna rip it right the fuck off my face again! I didn't want it there the first time!
Pretending to be catatonic ha 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 loser LLLLLLLL.
Oh Lord. Go back to sleep.
Can you get a broom and a dustpan?
Wipe up that water first. Go back to
There's
sleep.
a broken plate. I have
I mean, what? We can't touch it up for real.
You can on my fucking corpse, motherfucker!
Stop.
You can on my fucking unconscious body, motherfucker! You can do it on my fucking corpse, motherfucker! You can do it on my goddamn corpse, motherfucker!
Heart attack.
Hey, calm down.
The Wings clip was posted to Drama Alert, and it went viral. Wings' public reputation was somehow even more tarnished than ever before, with one person even calling for Wings to be arrested. Keem made the choice for Wings to be suspended from Lolcow for 90 days. But after seeing a privately recorded clip of Wings grabbing Kelly's wrist aggressively that has not been made public, Keem made the choice for Wings to be fired, but still left the door open for his return, in hopes that it gives Wings a reason to be a better person.
So initially we were talking about suspending Jordy for like 90 days with a potential path to come back. We're at a point now where I don't know if there is a path back. So as of right now, he's fired off of Lolcow Live. And
Rayu super chatted $20. Boogie and Tina, please educate us viewers how and where to report Jordy Jordan to the nearest Conway, South Carolina domestic violence abuse authorities. Or is this the jurisdiction of Texas Police Report?
and me and Boogie are still committed of like helping him, just so you guys
Yes,
know.
without a doubt.
And let's say, I don't know, if he's does a complete 180 and he's fixed, 90 days down the road, dude, me and Boogie do not want
Marketing
to fire
Maverick
Wings.
super chatted.
Now, if one of my friends put their hands on their partner, I would just not continue being friends with that person. But that's just my opinion. At least Keem has made the choice for Wings to be fired, you have to give him that at least, and it was definitely for the best. And this is a clear line that needs to be drawn. Sure, it's all fun and games when we're laughing at Boogie's meltdowns.
I begged you, Dan! I begged you!
But Wings' actions, attacking both Keem and Kelly, were just not acceptable. It also makes you wonder what goes on when the cameras are off. Wings has had a reputation of being mentally abusive to his wife for years, and it being shown that he's not afraid to get physical with her really makes you wonder what goes on in that household. Her being so quick to cover for him too was just heartbreaking, and just very much alludes that this is not the first time he's laid hands on her. I feel really bad for Kelly, and I hope she gets herself away from this abusive situation. This sort of thing is just never acceptable, and should not be something that is tolerated. Wings of Redemption does not deserve redemption. He is a piece of shit, and should rot alone in his trailer for the rest of his sad life. That's all I have for today. My name has been Stonic10. If you enjoyed, drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.